Newest inflation numbers are in, and they are coming in hot. Find out more on this week's Video Market Update. So the January CPI, or the Consumer Price Index report, was released on Tuesday, and it revealed that inflation continued to cool in January, although not quite as much as the economists had forecasted. So the CPI, or the Consumer Price Index report for January, had increased by about 0.5% on a month-to-month basis after rising 0.1% in December, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Economists that were surveyed were looking for the monthly inflation rate to rise 0.4% last month, not 0.5%. And leading us to where the inflation number right now is at 6.5, where the expectation would be it would be more in the 6.2 range. So inflation is still going. Now it is slowly slowing, but it's not slowing as fast as I think most people, and who we're really looking for is the Federal Reserve, that it's slowing fast enough. Just in fact, today, retail sales numbers came in. They were expected to have risen 1.9%. They rose 3%. So this tells us one of two things. One, there's still a lot of money in the system, and with a lot of money in the system, there's going to be a lot of spending, and that's going to probably keep inflation higher. Or the second thing is that 4 of the last 6 retail sales numbers were actually negative, so people were slowing spending. Is it possible that people are just getting fed up, and people are just sick of the rising costs and putting off buying things and whatever purchases they want, and so they said, heck, we're just going to go ahead and buy what we need this month? We don't know. We've got to kind of go through the data on that, but what we know is the Federal Reserve at their last meeting raised the federal funds interest rate by 25 basis points, or 0.25%. The expectation is they would do that 1 to 2 more times this year and stop. Now that throws into question, are they going to do that 2 more times? Are they going to go back to 0.5 percentage point? Because it does feel as if inflation is slowly coming down, but I think the key word is slowly. And we will have to wonder if the Federal Reserve is looking, saying, we don't want to stop. We don't want to get complacent. We're just going to keep raising interest rates, because that's the only way we're going to bring this thing down and bring it down quicker, which what we know is they want inflation at 2%. I think what we've all come to determine is if they can get it down to 3%, that's probably the success. But this hotter inflation number and higher than expected retail sales is going to throw a curveball in there, and so we've got to see, how does the Federal Reserve react? So those are the 2 newest reports that have come out just in the last day or 2. I wanted to make sure you heard about them and you heard my thoughts. If you have any questions on this or anything you're seeing in the news, let me know. If not, as always, I hope you make it a great week.